autobiographies, right? And we've been writing different stories to go into our autobiography. Today, as writers, what I want to do is talk to you a little bit about revision. And revision is taking a story that we've already written and adding to it, taking away from it, or rearranging it in some way. So I wrote a story for what stories have I written so far about for my autobiography? About my grandma dying. About when I was little and moving to Orlando. I have a new story. This is one I wrote. I wrote this one earlier today, and I put it up here on chart paper so you can look at it. And what you guys are going to do is help me revise it. So here's my story. I'm going to read it out loud. When I was 7, I had to go to the emergency room. I cracked my head open. I had to get stitches. Okay, so here's my story, but there's a lot of stuff missing from my story that I need to add to it. I need to revise my story so I can add some stuff to it. So by thinking of some questions that you guys can ask me, that will help me know what kinds of things I need to add to my story. So let me have you guys turn to a partner, and as you and a partner, come up with a couple questions that you guys could ask me so that you can learn more about my story so I can add it in there. Okay, so everyone turn and talk for just maybe like a minute. Think of a question to ask me. What's a question that you could ask me? What's a question? So, is there anything that you Hey! Alright, come on back. Let me see who has some questions, because that's going to give me an idea of what I need to add into my story. Anna Scott. Okay, how did I crack my head open? Well, I was playing hide-and-go-seek with my friends. We were playing in the evening time, and it was raining outside, and the road was really slick, and my friend Carlos was chasing me, and I slipped on the road, and I fell on the ground, and I cracked my head open. Do you see this scar like right here?
Yeah.
It's either in this eyebrow or this eyebrow. I'm not sure which one. This one?
Yeah, you were right.
Okay, that's where my stitches were. And when I was little, it was up here on my head, but it's kind of moved down into my eyebrow. Isn't that weird? So that's something I could add in here. When I was 7, I had to go to the emergency room. I cracked my head open. Now here's where I'm going to revise. I'm going to put this little thing in here, and I'm going to add how I cracked my head open right here. Watch this. I was playing hide and go seek. My friend Carlos chased me onto the wet street. I fell down. I cracked my head open. Okay, so let me reread my revision. Ready? When I was 7, I had to go to the emergency room. I was playing hide and go seek. My friend Carlos chased me onto the wet street. I fell down. I cracked my head open. I had to get stitches. Somebody asked me another question. Mariner.
How did you get it fixed?
Okay, I had to get stitches. When I went to the emergency room, a doctor.
You mean surgeon?
Yeah, but I think he's really, well, he probably was a surgeon. A doctor numbed my head and
What numb mean?
Not Nancy, put like a shot in my head
I have.
that made it not hurt for when he stitched up my head. And stitch up. Okay, now, how do you guys think I was feeling when all this was happening? Ben, how do you think I was feeling? Well, how do you think I was feeling when the doctor was sitting there stitching up my head? Sad. How else do you think I was feeling? Amelie? Scared. Okay, that's something else I can add into my autobiography story. How I was feeling. I was feeling very scared. All right, hands down. Do you guys have your folders?
Yeah.
I want you to take. Okay, I want you to take out a story. I want you to take out one of your stories that you've already drafted. And I want you to think of a place where you could add some more information.
We don't have pencils.
You're just going to talk this out first with a partner. So look through, find a story that you want to work on today. And actually, you know what? I'm going to rethink this. I want you to do this work. Hold on, Caleb and Elizabeth. I want you guys to do this work just on your own for a second. So kind of like what Emerson's doing right now. If you notice, if you look over at Emerson, he's reading through a story and he's looking where he might add a revision. That's what I want you to do today. Pick out a story, read through it, and see where you might add a revision. So we're reading through a story, and we're finding. Hey. Okay, so today as writers, this is why revision is important to you, Emerson. Revision is important to you because when we just first draft a story, that doesn't tell us the whole story. Revision helps us tell the whole story. And that's what you're going to be working on today. I want you to go back to your, well, you can go anywhere you want in the room today to work on your writing. Some of you might be drafting, but some of you guys might be revising a story you've already written. All right, head on. Start writing.
The same.